Peace and more peace. What's going on, people? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in, man. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, back again for episode 14. My name is Rioux. I'm here with the Hot Mango Seed crew. To my right, the VI Massive, Soldier Bless.
Yo, 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 Soldier Bless, never stress.
Super producer, Henny Skywalker.
It's that King T on the hot track and the tie-up at the studio.
Hey. And the one and only King T.
You already heard the intro. You know what time it is. Have no fear, the king is here.
Yes, sir. And shout out to the botanist, Rob Rader. He's a little under the weather right now, so he won't be here. But
Yes,
how's
sir.
everybody?
Get well, Rob. Get well.
well, Rob.
Well.
Yes, sir.
I am great. I am great for so many different reasons, but you know, one of the main reasons is that I'm alive, yo, and every day alive is a great day.
Bless him.
You know what I
Every
mean?
day
Above
above
ground.
is a good day. You know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, you damn right.
That's it.
Absolutely. I hope y'all feeling the same. Happy
no,
about it.
No, trust me, I am wonderful. I'm just, you know what I mean, man been born in Cannes, so.
The corn burn.
We on a higher level, you know what I mean? Blessed to be alive. Another
Literally.
week again and some crazy stuff too. It gonna be a good one, this one. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. And I want to do a big shout out to Cosmic Wave Films.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Man, so over the weekend, we, the UFO, the Universal Funk Orchestra, had a video shoot. And it's for a song that's a single that's coming along in the end of this year, November. Keep a lookout for that release. But we did this super cool 1920s theme video. And it was
1920s.
Yes.
Nice.
Went
And
old
it was,
school.
It was crazy, and it's got a super cool storyline to it. And man, we want to do a big shout out to Concrete Lion Pictures. That's where the place was, and they had like this crazy dope green screen, like to where we could make the background look. I don't want to give too much away, but super dope. Big shout out to Graham Z Media. They were there behind the camera, the lenses, all of that. It was so crazy. If you could see KK Sticks Productions. And then we also got to work with some amazing actors. So we actually work with some WWE wrestlers.
What?
Which is
Oh,
crazy,
no, I
right?
can imagine.
And so big shout out to Randy Wentworth. Man, he was choreographing all the stunts and all the stuff that we were doing within this video. Then Daniel Lacey and Atula Lengi. So shout out to them. I have their names written
Yeah,
down.
man, for
but
sure. Shout out to them.
super dope people. But we had this video shoot. It was cool, man. It was just like the CMR Life that plays. Shout out to Armin, right?
Yeah. Big
Yeah,
ups.
it was giving those kind of vibes. Like
So,
it was,
so this was a UFO video shoot.
yes,
Man, for those that don't know, the Universal Funk Orchestra, which Rioux is the lead vocalist on there.
Yes, sir.
The Universal Funk Orchestra, not even just saying it because, you know, my brother's on there. They are off the chain. Y'all need to check them out. Like, real talk, I'm a real fan, even though most of them are my family. All of
you,
them
man.
are like
Thank
my
you.
family. Yeah, real talk.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like for real, man. But also last weekend, you know, that was like over the weekend, but also last week was the Democrat convention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DNC.
The
Go
DNC,
Dems.
did y'all watch?
Go Dems. Heck yeah, I watched
splish
that.
splash in and out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was, you know, I mean, Barack basically talking about his crowd sizes, the way how he had that, like, it was almost like a double entendre kind of vibe. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and he was talking about his crowd sizes. And
Yeah.
He, you know, is like, he talking about, he had low crowds, plus he have a, you know, small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Barack job him good.
They ran with that on Twitter too.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
went crazy with the
Seriously.
Barack saying, you know, the size. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was so good
Yeah.
to see him too. What about you? Like,
Oh man, I mean, real talk. All 4 days were off the chain. Each
Yeah.
day it was like they leveled up more and more. But by far, there were 2 people that stood out when they spoke, and it was Jasmine Crockett,
ooh, yeah,
the Congress member, and Michelle Obama. Man, Woo, she did a slam dunk on that speech. Like Barack, when he came out, he's like, man, now I got to go after her. I felt for him too, because I was like, how you gonna top that?
For real, man.
Yeah.
Obama is a good speaker. It's a shame she's not getting into politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real talk.
I don't think you could just put that away forever though. I think there may come a time.
If I was her, I would have just rest back.
Yeah, I mean, she could.
Yeah, no way getting involved. They go through so much scrutiny. Like you don't want to see the comments in that. Like they just be really demeaning her. Like they're going in. So just for her to be in a public space, it'll just be too much. Just fall back.
But yeah, Hillary Clinton too. Like I thought she was good.
Hillary was there, yes sir.
Yeah, like the whole 4 days, it was just packed with powerhouse like people. I mean, I thought there was a lot of elder people there, but it just goes to show, like, that a lot of our leadership, right?
Yeah,
is getting older, right? And it's time for you to start to step up, because these are the main ones: the Bill Clintons, Hillary Clinton, my Bernie Sanders. You know what I mean? Like these guys are all like 80s, 70s.
And we got, not to cut you off, but we got some rising stars in the younger generation. That's why I mentioned Jasmine Crockett and
my girl AOC,
who else? Frost, Cory Booker. There's a.
But the one part that really had me up there was when Lil Jon come out for Georgia.
Yeah.
Lil Jon.
What happened?
Yo, he got lit too.
And Lil Jon was telling them about not turned down for what?
Yeah, turned down for what? Hey,
I missed it.
So,
that was a good one.
We coming with the shots.
That was a good one.
Turned down one. Lil Jon in there. He had the whole steady.
What else?
Go
Go ahead.
I was
Go ahead.
just gonna say, like, AOC, like, I got, if she ever sees it, I got a big crush on her. But I also think she's brilliant. I think she's, one of those leaders of the younger generation, and I love to see her. But I would say, like, man, Kamala Harris's acceptance speech was out of this world. I feel like that was a very powerful moment. Like, I watched at least the video, like, of Barack's kind of introduction to the public or the world when he did his speech, his Democratic at the convention, like years ago. He looked so young, but that's where I finally first got hip to Barack Obama, and her speech it gave me those chills. Like, it just gave me straight up chills. I was like, yo, like, we're seeing something different, because it's like, it's not just because she's black. It's the fact that she's a woman, and women couldn't vote. You know what I mean? It's the fact that she's also a woman of color, and there were voting, struggles just to get there, and to see that this person who's also, parents aren't even from here. Is going to be the leader and the best leader that we have possible, So I thought it showed so much character in her.
But even just that, man, she's a fighter. Like, being the attorney general in California, and then being a senator, and then after being a senator, she's the vice president, and then all before that she was defending people and helping those, going after the people that were hurting others. You know what I mean? So she, from the time she got into law, and she told the story about her friend who got abused, and that's what got her into law. But from that point on, she's been doing nothing but fighting for the people. And all the rumors that they've thrown out, the truth has come back on all of them. Them saying that she locked up thousands and thousands of black men, and you do the research, 1,900 of them got charges, but only 45 went to jail. You know what I mean? Which had to be serious reasons for it. On top of that, she was doing her job. She a prosecutor. That's the job of the prosecutor. But she prosecuted, major companies, corporations that were taking advantage of thousands and thousands of people. From fighting for homes. Anyway, long story short, because as she started moving up the ladder, I started learning more about her.
She's have a hell of a fight. Let me tell you something. That it's going to be a fight to defeat Trump. It's going to take a real strong individual to go up against him, because he is going to fling every trick in the book to get under her skin.
I think just I don't think it, at this point, with the election being so close, it no longer matters to what either side can say that's gonna, sway people, really. I think it's, like an ad to me right now is not gonna be that determinant factor. Right now, what your options are. Maybe you're still on the fence and you're thinking about it, but when it comes down to it, who you're gonna vote for. And I think in order for Kamala Harris to win, it is gonna be a fight but they have to have like this overwhelming popular vote, that is just clearly not close, even though it's going to be close, in electoral votes, but just for it to be super, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but just clearly you could see that she has more votes. She deserves to be president. There's no controversy or whatever.
Because he's going to say, these results are not real, and it's going to always be that margin. Once it's close, I feel like he's going to use that same, talking about, they count the votes wrong and it's not the real thing and I'm the real one that win and it's too close. Like, if it's close, he's going to come up with that, and that could potentially incite his people, and that's how
he's definitely going to come up with that. There's no question about it. Even if he wins, he's going to say they still cheated and I won, right? But there's the difference I'm seeing in this that's going to make the difference for her to win is females. Females, white, black, all races have been getting offended and ticked off heavily lately, and they're starting to speak about it. There's been some on Fox News that have, he needs to slow it down with the female talk, right? And so where he didn't have a problem with females before, especially white females, a lot of them are migrating over. Then you look at, the other thing, Nikki Haley, when she wound up crossing over to him, all her people came over to the Democrats. And if you look at the DNC, the convention they just had, there were Republicans that came there, high-ranking Republicans that came to the Democratic National Convention and spoke on behalf of Kamala Harris.
I don't think I ever see that before.
I've never seen that. Ever in my life have I seen that. That's where the change is.
I'll tell you what the change should be, though. It was coming on too late. I was going to bed, like, it was going off at like 1 o'clock, 1 in the morning, 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
By Friday, I was so exhausted.
That's why you just got catch the flicks, the highlights.
Yeah. But hey, if you're tuned in right now, we want to thank you so much.
Yes.
Again, we're the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. We are the platform that drills down to the seed and pulls back the layers on everything from cryptocurrency to marijuana industry, music, relationships. We get into health and so much more, man. And we're so happy that you're rocking with us today, man. Again, Rob Rader, shout out to you. Know you would be here, but you're not feeling well, so
yes, sir. Get well soon.
Do your thing.
Rob
Big
Rader.
ups, Rob. Big ups, brother.
But have you guys ever heard of Olivier Rioux? And forgive me if I'm butchering his name. Olivier Rioux. Have y'all ever heard of him?
Rioux?
Recently.
Rioux.
Yeah. Recently. Because you told us about
it. So if this is the first time that you're hearing this guy's name, I promise that it won't be the last time you hear it. So Olivier is 18 years old today, and he's from Quebec, Canada. At the age of 14, he was added into the Guinness Book of World Records as the tallest teenage male in world history.
In world history?
In world history. So at 14, he was 7'5". So imagine this: in kindergarten, Olivier was 5'2".
In kindergarten, he was 5'2".
Wow! At the age of 8, he was 6'1".
That's insane.
So at the age of 12, Olivier crossed over the 7 foot, and so he ends up going viral on TikTok, I was about to say MySpace, on YouTube.
How old are you? He took it way back.
No, but so this kid starts going viral because he's 12 years old, and he can pretty much stand on his tippy toes and dunk. And so like people are wilding because he's playing against like middle school kids, and they're, they look like kids. If you imagine Shaq playing against some middle schoolers, that's what it looks like.
That's crazy.
So he starts going viral. And so Olivier stands today at 7'9". So right now he would be the tallest NBA player in history if he was in the NBA right now, and he's 18.
How tall is the tallest person?
So the tallest person, I think, in NBA history.
No, I mean like period. How tall is the tallest person?
The tallest person, I looked, and they're 8'2".
Wow.
Jeez.
So
wow,
that's a tall man.
So going back to Olivier. So in 2021, he moved from Quebec to Brandon, Florida, and he started to attend IMG Academy, Florida, to help refine his skills. Because obviously, so they were saying they were doing his background, and so he used to play hockey. He's from Quebec, from Canada, and he used to play hockey, and he got so big that it was dangerous for him to play, because if somebody comes and
rock him, he could break his leg or whatever.
So his path kind of got made for him. Like, you're so tall, you're going to be a basketball player. So his family moves him to IMG Florida Academy, or Academy Florida, and that's like a place where advanced players go and they work on their skills. So just recently this year, he committed to go to Florida. He's going to be a Gator starting this year, this season. And so with him, as tall as he is, he's still not super skilled. So Wemby, right? You know Wemby. Mm-hmm. He is 5 inches taller than Wemby. And so with what separates Wemby from other players is Wemby is at that height. A lot of those people don't have the mechanical skills in the coordination like other people would, because they're so long.
Right.
And so Wemby's like a freak of nature, because he can dribble, go around his back, and you know what I mean? He's
he mastered the bigness.
Yeah, super skilled. So this kid is just tall and lanky. He can stand on his tippy toes and dunk.
Yeah.
Wow. He can just stand up and block people.
Let me ask you a question though. Is he tall and is he tall and frail, or is he tall and has a good, he look like he's sturdy?
He weighs 300 pounds.
Okay, but so when you physically see him, does he look sturdy or frail?
He does look sturdy.
Okay,
he looks very sturdy. He looks so sturdy that he doesn't look his height. Like you would think he looked like Sean Bradley back in way in the day. Sean Bradley was just a tall, he looked like Gumby, just tall and lanky. Yeah. But so according to his doctors, what's wild is according to his doctors, he may not be done growing.
Jeez, that's crazy. So he probably might reach that 8'3" mark.
Yeah, and he's still and I guess he's had those growing pains or whatever, but it's not really bad. But what's crazy is his dad is 6'8".
Okay.
His mom is 6'1".
Wow.
His brother is 6'9", and he's 7'9". How'd that happen?
That's insane.
Boy's tall.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Them
though?
genes, though.
Have an Amazonian gene or
Somebody
something
in the family, somebody in that bloodline.
As long as he looking more, if he look more stronger and is more stronger than Wemby, then he could all he have to do is get his skills up, and then he'll definitely be in the NBA for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're saying this will be his first time if he's gonna go to to Florida, and he didn't get a scholarship. They didn't recruit him or nothing. He's a walk-on to Florida because his skills haven't yet been kind of shown to the world. Plus, he's been in Quebec. He played for the Quebec national or the Canada national team. So it's wild. It's just
he can play. He just needs to
sharpen
his skills to the next level.
Yeah, and just imagine he hasn't really had the opportunity yet to play against other 7-footers that almost everybody he goes. Well, of course they're going to be smaller because he's 7'9", but for the most part he has.
Get out of my face! He's just going to be swiping people away.
Yeah, but if he agile, he gonna be a beast. Because if this man could get them blocks and friggin' be slapping people's stuff on top of that backboard.
If he's strong, that's going to be a key thing.
Hey, he's 300 pounds. So I mean, he's not super skinny. But he's not he don't look ripped, but he just looks like a kid that could be molded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just know that's scary when a dude could just stand on his tippy toes and dunk.
That's very, very, very crazy.
What's the name again one more time?
Olivier
Rioux.
Rioux. Let me just spell it for you. And his name is spelled different too, because he's French.
Yeah.
It's It's Olivier, Olivier, Rioux. Rioux. However you want to pronounce it. And then
Rooks?
Rooks. Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, check him out. I and him being in Florida, man.
Money on that.
Hey, for real deal. I want to go try to see if I can catch a game at UCF if Florida plays UCF or something like that. But yeah, today our main topic though, man, we're gonna dive into gaming, man. We're sitting here amongst gamers and
No, use one too.
I mean, kinda, sort of.
No, as long as you touch that control, use a gamer, my lad.
That's true. But I also touch it to watch Netflix. So while there's
that video we watched.
So look, while there's so much right now in the gaming world, there's so much excitement and anticipation, especially for next year. I just looked up, according to Yahoo Finance, 2024 game sales are actually down. So Microsoft reported a 41% drop in the Xbox hardware sales. Sony PlayStation 5 sales are significantly down comparing last year, and then Nintendo hardware sales are down 46% year over year.
Because everybody got it.
Right. And so a lot of these declines are in comparison to the pandemic, right, where game sales skyrocketed,
yeah,
because everybody's
at home,
has the time, and then also due to just what Henny was saying, the life cycle of the actual hardware, right? Like those are starting to get old, and it's time to move on.
The Switch definitely need to get out of here.
Yeah, man. And so
so I wonder if the pandemic effect is completely wearing off, because when the pandemic hit, that's when everyone were buying because they stuck in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now we're a couple years out. And that desire to go buy the game is starting to wear off, and the numbers are probably going to go back, maybe stay higher than they used to be as far as how many people are playing.
Yeah.
But come back down to a more base level. It's having a pullback, as they say in the trading
that's
world.
exactly.
My theory is they could just release some good shit.
This is true.
Yeah.
Release
It's
something
been
good
subpar.
and people will buy it.
This
But
is true.
like when it comes to like the consoles and the pandemic, all of us had consoles at the beginning of the pandemic. What they did was release the PS5 and the Xbox Series X during the pandemic. So yeah, sales is going to be high.
That's brilliant.
But then they also had a small amount of the actual consoles, so it was scarce for a while. So people was continuously buying it, but now everybody got it. Release something good that we can play on them.
Not only that, I think is that they had a major invent. It was always around, but I think during the pandemic and in the beginning, especially when these new gen consoles launched, was the advent of scalpers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so scalpers in the gaming industry, they was always there, but during that pandemic, it went absolutely crazy too. So because the PS5 and the Xbox Series was so scarce and hard to find, those scalpers, as soon as they go live, they have scripts and bots and stuff that as soon as they go live, they run the script and they buy and they purchasing all the stuff. So now you have to think about it like this. So there's a case where there's many scalpers with huge amounts of PlayStation 5s mostly and Xboxes, right?
Yeah.
They have them, they count as sales. But those scalpers then raise the price of those consoles. So then nobody wants them now because the price is now equal out and people could find them readily.
Right.
So all those sales counted as sales for consoles.
Right.
But nobody's playing them because they in a scalper warehouse somewhere because they can't sell it. So they thinking that these consoles is actual people that playing them, but they was just scalpers that run the bots. So the people that's actually purchasing the games is the actual number. But those scalpers, they make the number inflate so high, it's not actual players.
Yeah.
So when they're releasing the games, they going by, oh well, we have 60 million consoles sold, but like 35 billion of those is like in a warehouse somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody played it. So then when they release the games, they be like, wait, what's going on here? How come nobody ain't buying the games and we sold this much consoles? It's because the scalpers was trying to make a killing off of it, and they was overcharging the people. And they literally in seconds, as soon as they say, "Oh, new stock coming out of PlayStation 5s," as soon as you could be waiting on the website with everything filled out, just ready to click pay.
Yeah.
As soon as it goes live, you click pay, you see say sold out.
Right.
The bots, they have a script that they run, and what they do is they fill the coffers so much and they get so greedy that they inflate these numbers on the console, so it's not actual players.
Yeah, I think there's definitely that. Like that's probably
It's a major problem.
because what they're doing is like when they're trying to like project future or forecast like the sales
numbers,
you know,
exactly.
like if they're comparing to that time, I think which was, I mean, that's like comparing house sales, you know, during the pandemic, like, and the interest rate was super low. There's all kind of conditions that cause it to be different than that or abnormal, and it's like them trying to compare versus the pandemic with gaming is just gonna always be lower because, you know, it's like there's never been a time like that
where everyone's stuck in the house and
scalpers stuck in the house.
Yeah, scalpers
stuck in the house.
I think the combination of scalpers and then also like you know, people's lives have went back to normal. You know, they don't have as much free time. But then they were saying that there's also you know, because game sales have been down too on some levels, and they're saying it's because there's this new demographic of people who are like loyal to certain games, right? They're loyal to Fortnite, so they're not buying new stuff. They're loyal to
2K, Destiny,
Call of Duty, Roblox, and then 2K. But I keep seeing. Now I was talking to you about this earlier. I keep seeing this Black Myth Wukong. Like, what is this? Please, like, this is everywhere.
That sounds crazy.
No, if you're on, like, I be on TikTok, I be on Instagram, and I'll see graphics. The game looks ridiculous. It looks so dope.
It looks beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
But it's just got released. What's up with it?
Yeah, it's it actually break a serious record by selling 10 million copies in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So 10 million. So it's doing really well, and it just dropped. Like I say, it's a sensation. It's viral.
What's the concept of it?
It's based on a Chinese myth, story from way back, like in the day.
That's the one with the black assassin?
No,
so,
that's Assassin's Creed, but Black
okay.
Samurai.
Shout out to the black assassin.
Is that what he's talking about?
No,
That's
he's talking about
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
I thought it
with
was
the
that,
black-
though.
They catching flack for that too on that side too.
But yeah, I read that it was climbing up the all-time Steam charts.
Yeah,
because the second day, like the day after release, there was 2.2 million concurrent players a day, and that's crazy, right?
yeah, that's like almost the highest. I think it's
nose.
right behind PUBG. So I don't know if you know,
Yeah.
PUBG had 3 million concurrent users, like the most, 3 million at one time.
That's insane.
Black Myth come right underneath it, so it's second place now in the Steam of all time for most concurrent players. Yeah,
It's hardcore too.
Yeah.
So what did you say it was about?
I was gonna say, Henny, have you played it?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of it?
I think I got my ass whooped, but
Is it dope though? Like,
oh yeah,
what
no,
y'all
it's
think?
dope. It's dope. I like the gameplay. I like the story. I just like it. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I like running around and getting bested by bosses and coming back and besting them. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's challenging.
that's what it is. It
It's
really
very
is.
challenging.
Yeah.
Is it like a lot of story, or is it like action?
It's a lot of
playing?
fighting.
There's a lot of lore because, like I say,
Yeah.
it's based on a real. Well, it's not real, but it's a real ancient Chinese story, and it's based
folklore.
off. You know what it is? Is who Goku was based off of. So the character Goku was designed from this myth,
Wukong.
you know, from
That's
Wukong.
wild.
Yeah.
He's a monkey god, you know what I mean? Like, so he was like on the high.
Yeah.
And you know, Goku have a tail and the extending pole and flying on Nimbus, the cloud, all of that stuff
That's
he does do.
crazy.
Yep.
CMT, like you see this game, bro. It look like an animated movie, bro. It looks like the graphics are ridiculous. Like I feel like you can see the sweat on his face. Like,
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
but yeah. So then, my question, like for y'all too, is to understand, y'all being seasoned vets, like why is this only on PlayStation and not Xbox
Series S.
Series S? It's on Series S.
No, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, it's holding back it because
Series
it's
S.
parodied.
What is Series? What is?
So
like-
we have a Series X,
Right.
and then there's the Series S, which is the smaller version.
Yeah.
And game companies are having problems getting that same fidelity that you can get on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X on the Series S. So it's holding a lot of games back from the Xbox.
So it's just the S.
The
Yeah,
S.
it's just
The
the
S
S
is
and-
holding us back.
Microsoft and Xbox, they are requiring them to have dual parity between the two systems, so you can't release a game just for the Xbox
so he's
Series
not
S
even
without
having it.
Yeah, so they, in order for you to
they're
release
not.
a game
That's
on the
crazy.
Xbox, you need to release it for the S and the X, and if you can't get it to work on the S, then it can't come out on the X, so they have to delay it until they could get it done.
So are there any other PlayStation games that the one,
Got
right?
many games. Yeah, Baldur's Gate we had to wait. This game we have to wait. This Tower Bond game we have to wait. So I don't know how they go remedy that for
So
Xbox.
are they coming out with any good games now or
Xbox?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know I have no clue.
So I also read that the EA Sports College Football 25 has exceeded a bunch of expectations, and it's currently the top best-selling game of the year to date. But I
hella
think
glitchy too.
Yeah, but I think this new
But
one
it looks good.
That new one, the Black Myth Wukong, I think that's gonna crush records, man.
I mean, but I mean, there's only one that'll stand above all, that's the Call of Duty. When Call of Duty drop, it's going to surpass all of those immediately.
Is there a new one coming?
Yeah. And it dropping day one into Game Pass.
When?
It coming out in I think October. Yeah.
Ooh.
And is the brand new one, and this is the first time it dropping day and date in Xbox Game Pass.
What?
Yeah, because they purchased Activision and Blizzard, and that's who ran Call of Duty. So now Xbox owns them. Yeah, Xbox owns it. So anytime you see it selling on the PlayStation or any other console, any other spot, their money is going to Xbox.
Man, that's wild. I didn't even know that.
Yes, sir.
I'm not ready for Call of Duty. I tried. I can't.
I think you would be. Well, actually, I don't know if you'd be good. I think you'd be good more at Diablo than Call of Duty. Yeah, Diablo is good because T been running Diablo. So yeah,
Diablo brought me back to the video game world. That was
it. We was just reminiscing that the other day where this man never used to play, and then we end up playing couch co-op Diablo 3.
Yeah, I hadn't played video games for 12 years.
Yeah.
12 years, and then him and Kareem was sitting there playing on the game, and it just looked so fun.
Yeah.
Because they were just slaughtering people. I want to slaughter people too.
Yes.
So I joined in.
Yeah, and there's so much money behind these games.
Much money.
Diablo 4, man. Like, you'll love that. But one thing about, like you say, there's a lot of money behind games.
Yeah.
Diablo's a good example of that. Do you remember the promo for Diablo?
Yeah.
Bruh, where they get these billions of dollars, I don't know, to just be running promo, because that promo was crazy.
So they're saying like with like even y'all saying like it sounds like Q4 then is going to be a good year with Call of Duty coming. So they're predicting that, you know, with these sales that have declined this year, they're really anticipating a really strong year next year because GTA 5,
six going to be crazy. Oh,
yeah. So that, and then also the new Nintendo console, the follow-up.
If they do that, I don't even know if they're gonna do that. I think Nintendo trying to surpass all-time PlayStation 2 sales because the PlayStation 2 is the highest-selling console.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're trying to. I think that's what they're trying to do. So they almost there. I think they a couple million away from surpassing them.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know. I had a PlayStation 2 too.
I had 3 PlayStation 2s.
I feel like I had 2 of them.
So yeah, that's where them numbers was coming from, because we all had to buy another one because that PlayStation stopped working.
I think everybody had a PlayStation 2. It's safe to say that. Yeah. I think even Scott had one, right? Yet?
Yeah.
Everybody
Dante had one. Yeah. Well, he had one of them PlayStations.
I got one.
I'm pretty sure that was one.
PlayStation 2. You remember Godfather 2 and the Scarface game?
Godfather 2.
Godfather 2. That's way back in the day.
Yo.
But yeah, man. I mean, the whole gaming sequence is actually is taking a different turn, because now these consoles now can't have exclusives like that. You see what I mean? Because it's so few people buying games, and like I say, with the problem with the scalpers, there's not an actual number for them to go by and be like, listen, this amount of people buy the games. They just rotting away. So when they drop games, if a developer drop a game on a single console platform, right, they won't sell enough copies to recoup the investment in it. So now these developers are losing money left and right.
Really?
They're closing. That's how come so much layoffs happening. They're closing down. They're having layoffs because these games costing $200-300 million to make. Wow. Spider-Man 2 cost over $300 million to make.
Wow.
Yes. So they don't sell enough copies because all them PlayStation 5s that they thought sell really in a warehouse. Nobody even played them because them scalpers, they ain't letting them go because they overpricing them and people could get them regularly now. So now they just sitting there rotting away. Nobody playing.
So question for you, as far as the games are concerned, are they making better games now than they were back before and around the pandemic time, or are the games back before better than what they're coming out with now?
They're better now, right?
Yeah, no, the games is better now.
Games are getting better?
Because I remember there was a time, I kind of get where you're going. There was a time I remember you guys were really disappointed, and this is in a past episode, but y'all were disappointed in the quality of games that were coming out.
Yeah, it's gotten better, but it's still a disappointing generation for the console in totality. You know what I mean? Because this console generation promised so much things that they couldn't make happen. You see what I mean? Like 4K 60 frames.
We let them lie to us.
Yeah, and they lie big time. They say it would have been every game would be 4K 60 frames and it'll be 120 hertz and the Series S will be able to run it and this and all of that. All of that was lies. And you know, these days to get a game to run at 4K 60, boy, you got to come good.
Well, you know what they need to do, and some companies like Disney are already starting to do.
What?
Take them video games to the metaverse. That's what they starting to do now.
Yeah, this is one way take it to the metaverse.
Fortnite's already getting in there. Batman's getting in there. Like they're taking a lot of those big hitter games and trying to move them into the metaverse now.
They have to do something because people is not buying the games, and that's why I was just saying like they don't do exclusives anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because Xbox is now starting to put the exclusives onto PlayStation and PC and all of these things because on their platform alone they can't sell enough to recoup the cost for the game. They have to be able to spread out, and even though PlayStation isn't doing it just yet, they now starting to put their games on PC. And eventually they're going to start putting it on Xbox because they have to. There's not enough people purchasing the games that you could keep it to your platform alone and don't offer it to everybody and sell enough to recoup it. It won't work.
But you know, like what's crazy, I don't think I've ever seen a push behind a game like GTA 6. Like it is like I don't think like the anticipation and how long the draw out, right? And the marketing and the social influence of GTA 6, I think it's amazing.
Well, you want to know what's crazy about that? They're not really doing much. They're not promoting much. They dropped one trailer in December, and they're not saying anything. Yeah, because that's one of those games that they don't really need to build hype for. Like, it's going to sell itself. I believe it's going to do better than any game that's been done this year as far as sales, like and pre-orders. I think GTA 6 is going to be one of those where nobody even needs the second trailer. We just want it.
Yeah, just give it to
like we just want it already. We don't need it. We just want it.
Now it'll be a tragedy if it come out and is some kind of controversy that it don't like is not working right, it's not optimized. That'll take it down and it could be like a next Cyberpunk thing. You know?
True.
So. But I think believing, and I think you say they're not doing nothing, but I think that there is some sort of, investment in influencers and stuff like that, like on TikTok, because there's so much content that's out there about GTA 6.
Yep.
Yeah, it's independent.
What I think she's saying more so is like it just doing it itself. Like they put out one trailer, but the thing is that game's so highly anticipated that it doing everything for itself. Like creators creating for it.
The word of mouth. Yeah, word of mouth.
And you know what they're doing? All of this content you see, if you actually listen to it, they're nitpicking the leaks. Yeah. Which is why the trailer came out in the first place. They wasn't gonna drop that trailer, but people started leaking parts of the game.
Yeah,
and that's when they decided to drop that trailer. But what they're doing, all of this content that they're releasing, all they're doing is picking apart that trailer. Literally. Every single content you see up there is them picking apart that trailer, trying to come up with stuff.
Trying to diagnose and come up with theories and conspiracies.
I don't like how the car reflects off the rain.
Like, that game is going to be massive.
We talking about promo.
It's going to be a game for the generations.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I with GTA, for a long time, I'm like, I don't want to play that. That's too, such a dark game. But then they got me on the game, and
GTA.
I ain't gonna lie. I went crazy with it, yo. I went crazy with it. Hey, I became big boss.
He was running Cayo. Like 5 times a day. You know what I mean? Getting everybody getting all of that money.
Let me tell you a story. I'll tell you a story to blow your mind. I played GTA in a tower in Saudi Arabia. When I was deployed, I wasn't supposed to have a portable TV, nor my PlayStation. And I had this dude from Oregon, I don't remember his name, but he put me up on game. Like, so we were coming in as a rotation to take out this, not take him out, but to replace this, what the heck, unit that's from Oregon. So they've been there for a year. We're coming and replace them, and I'm getting trained. I get assigned the lookout towers, and I get trained in this tower. And after like a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I'd be in this tower for 8 hours, and there's really not much going on out there. But 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. And old boy just put me up on game one day. He was like, "Hey man, look, like I've been here a year, bro. This is how I've got through. I've been watching movies on this portable," and he pulls out a portable DVD. And bro, we sat up there watching movies. I was watching 24 with him, man. Shout out to him. He put me on up on 24 too.
You should have known his name, man.
So bro, for the next like week of him training me, because it would just be me and him in there, like we watched 24 the whole time. And I was like, bro, the time is going by. It's like prison. And and so
said that like you know about it.
so he left, and I continued to I got caught like 3 or 4 times from my sergeant, and they take it away, then they give it back, and I smuggle it in, or I get it.
Sound like a kid getting punished.
Yeah. So one day I just happened to think like, I wonder if there's some kind of cord or adapter that can hook my PlayStation to this little screen. And when it worked, bro,
that's crazy.
Game over. So I was up there playing Grand Theft Auto. But I mean, I wouldn't like I was looking out too. I wasn't.
He wasn't looking out. They wasn't infiltrate the base.
But yeah, it was like GTA, like Rockstar. I don't know which one it was, but man, like I was always giving thanks to Grand Theft Auto that it's that kind of game that you could just play over and over for so long. And
the good days when you didn't require online connection to play games,
just by yourself.
Yep, the bad.
I don't know why my nose is itching. It keeps itching.
All good. It's all good.
I don't do coke.
Booger sugar.
But yeah, hey, thank you so much to everybody tuned in, rocking with us, man. This is episode 14. So what are you guys like? What are you looking forward to the most? Like
games?
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for Star Wars on Tuesday. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm definitely on that.
That's coming out on this Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, that's a new game coming
That's a big release, right?
Oh, yeah. Open world Star Wars game.
From the same people that make Division.
Yep.
Massive Entertainment.
What?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Sir.
Yeah, because you said, wait a minute. Yeah, and I skipped over the whole damn conference. Like, my bad.
You did.
Put us up on game.
Yeah, I'll put you up on game. So this week was the one of the largest gaming conferences, of the year, which is Gamescom over in Germany. And so they had Xbox over there, Nintendo over there, all of the new releases, announcements. It's a week-long conference, so it's been going on, and people could play the games, and we could finally see how they run and operate. So it's lots of big news, lots of announcements. Yeah, going to happen. That happened this week, so it was a big week in gaming.
So, like, what were some of the announcements?
Like Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation 5. Indiana Jones is a Xbox exclusive. See what I'm saying? Because it's by Bethesda, and they're owned by Microsoft, so they're owned by Xbox. But they now, like I was telling you, they can't just run with that exclusive model anymore. So it was a major controversy when they finally showed, they show the gameplay and everything good, and they finally do the release date for it. So the release date flash up on the screen. And then Jeff Keighley was like, but wait, like the developer wanted you to know that there's one more thing. And then he looked back, and then on the screen it says, also coming to PlayStation 5. And that's
same day?
No, not the same day. It comes to PlayStation 5 next year. So Xbox get it this year, but it comes to PlayStation 5 next year.
Wow.
But because they put that PlayStation, it coming to PlayStation 5, dude, it make the whole Xbox community, all of the people on it creates such a vibe, a clash, because that's not normal. You know what I mean? The exclusives is meant to be like for exclusively to that platform to bring people into the ecosystem and bring.
So the Xbox community got upset about that.
They get real. Some of them they get real buttoned on it because they're saying like, wait, we don't have no glory and this and that. Like you put in our games and then these people own and they ain't gonna never put their games there. But the boss of Xbox, Phil Spencer, he had to answer to that afterwards because it was such a major controversy, and we basically break it down as this: like, we are running a business.
Yeah.
He says, the business
Facts.
model of the past cannot sustain in today's world with the price of game creation going up and being what it is. It costs millions and millions to make these games. It's no longer just $1 million is a high budget game now. You need a game going 150, 300 million for it to be a real
They're
triple.
making movies.
Exactly. That's
crazy.
what it is. It's literally like movies.
That's
So
insane.
in order for that to be sustainable, you can't just have it being on your. Not even PlayStation could do it, because PlayStation, when they release their exclusives, they'll release the exclusive, but the numbers is not adding up, and they have a good bit of exclusives this year, and the numbers didn't reach where they thought it would, even for PlayStation, who outselling Xbox by a shitload.
What is costing the games so much to make? Why is it cost so much?
Cutscenes
All
is
the
the most expensive thing in a game. So a game that's heavy cutscenes and like cinematic and all of those stuff, that's cost the most money to make. So you have to pay the developers, you have to pay the cinematographers, you have to pay the designers, you have to have the building, you have to have the workforce. Like, this is hundreds of people that went to school and college. You have to pay these salaries. You see what I mean? Like, so by the time you get it, it's a.
What about with AI? Is AI like now? Are they getting to a point where AI can do some of this?
Yeah,
stuff?
they're using a lot to take off like the simple things like adding trees and foliage and stuff to, so that way the developers don't have to go out and physically do it. But it's still costing them money. It's still going to be, game development is just going to be an inflated number from here on out. It's never going to come back down.
Wow.
So in order for them to make it work, they have to open up their games to different platforms. Is the only way. Each platform have to do that. There's no longer being exclusive.
How do you guys feel about that? Like, how do you feel about? Do you more want to see a game that's solely for that platform, or do you think
I want it to open up? When everybody play, we win.
Yeah.
True.
Everybody play, we win, because we as gamers, that's what we want to do is games. So you would never want to see them withhold a game from a platform. That never made sense to me.
Right.
Everybody should be able to play everything and anything and anywhere.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because back in the day when Street Fighter come up for Super Nintendo, it come up for Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they always had like a, here and there, and you could always play it out.
Now, what are you looking forward to most coming out?
NBA 2K25, baby.
Me too.
I about to dunk up on them. I creating a Wemby bill. about to be long and unstable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like how this man look frail. I about to make that dude super long. His hands dragging on the ground. I want this man. I go bat and block every and anybody.
Y'all know what game I'm looking for?
What?
Division 2.
Division? Is there
Division 2?
Always Division 2.
there like
Always
Division coming
Division
up with a new
2.
one?
Shout out to Rogue Hunter, Zinc, Tiki, Destroyer,
Minion.
Ghost, all the people that are still in that game. I'm coming back. I'm taking
By
my
the time
time
you come
coming back.
Division 3 gonna be out.
Division.
working
Then
on
we take all of Rogue Hunters Inc. to Division 3. Then
They're working on it. They
Yo.
made the announcement. So they
but I always got to show them love. Always got to show them love when we talk games.
I love the Division. That's a brilliant game. I love
Shout
the
out
Division.
Tiki.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out
ups
to Tiki.
So before we wind down, it's August, almost September 2024. Who rules right now, Xbox or PlayStation?
Virgos.
Who's winning?
To be honest with you, I would say nobody's winning.
Nobody's winning?
Just because of the landscape of how it is. Every platform is struggling right now to rearrange themselves in these new times. Like I say, it's new waters. They're going to have to get creative in order to be able to maintain themselves, because gaming sales is down.
Yep.
They have to find a way to create games that people want. So that means the budget going to have to remain high, but they're going to have to be able to make money as well, because they are a business. So in order for them to do that, they're going to have to open it up to everywhere and everything, and that's never been done in gaming before. So it's a new world.
So do you think it makes more sense to, like, let's say Grand Theft Auto, let's say that they make Grand Theft Auto 6 and they just keep building on like Skyrim, like some of these other games that just keep building onto that same game.
I think that's what they go do. They go listen. Grand Theft Auto 6 going to be on the next 3 generations of game.
So you think
It going to be on this one. It going to be on the next console that come out in 2026, and it's going to be on the next one that come out in 2032.
So you think it makes more sense for them to make one game and then build on that game?
Hell no.
No, because I think people just get tired. Like me, I like to switch out the games and experience new things. So I mean, I will, if a game is good, I'll stick with it and keep coming back. But I'll play other things and come back to it when they have the new updates. So I play
but
that.
Not from a gaming standpoint, but from a business standpoint. If you're, you see that Grand Theft Auto took you $300 million to make, rather than come out with Grand Theft Auto 7. Do these companies have a better return on investment if they continue to build on these games from the inside out, or if they continue to make new ones? Because that's where you're saying there's a problem with they're not able to recoup their investment, right? So
it depends on the game.
Yeah, as a person that's not as heavy in the gaming as them on the outside looking in, I think them building on the game itself and creating those communities like the Call of Duty communities, right, and those who are loyal to certain games, I think they get more out of the loyal fan than they do out of the occasional. You know what I'm saying? Because once like you become a Call of Duty fan, you buying the shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're gonna buy, the little game figurines.
Yeah.
So they getting you more than just that game might even be losing the money. But at the same time, all the extra stuff is going to help balance it out for them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But you only get that out of the loyal ones, the players that get hooked on that game, like me on Division type thing.
You have to make a good game in order for that to happen. And that's why I say it's based on the game.
Yeah, because I just think it's so dope to see that Fortnite hasn't released Fortnite 2, Fortnite 3, Fortnite 4, back night, like none of that. It's Fortnite. It's the original game. And
they have to make the
It's
change.
a different kind of game, though.
Yeah, it's
right,
a crazy game.
Because they're rebuilding it from the inside out.
Yeah, I still can't believe that game is still alive, but it's doing something that no game ever done. That's for sure.
Killing it.
Yeah.
But man, thank you everybody for tuning in today, man. We're gonna wind down. This is our love of gaming. Putting you up on game. Hopefully, you're as excited for the future as we are. But now's our special time where we kind of wind down and we spotlight, shout out someone in our circle or in the community that we see doing great things, using their gifts and their talents, and we go around the round table, taking the time to individually shout someone out. And today, Henny Skywalker, who would you like to shout out?
I'd like to shout out East Harlem's guardian angel, Angelo Martinez. He recently lost his son, so rest in peace, Terrence. But also he runs a community organization called Just Us Sports over in East Harlem, New York.
Okay.
Shout out, Killer First. And he's just been there for the community over 34 years.
That's awesome.
Pretty much getting these kids something to do. Getting these kids out here playing sports. They competing against other boroughs. They competing against other, just cities. And they do that. Yeah. And he's built a lot of character out of the youth in Harlem. And I want to shout him out because he's a great dude. And he just had a memorial service for his son, and he did like the giveaways for back to school for the kids.
That's so awesome.
So I definitely want to shout out Angelo. You deserve it, man.
Shout out Angelo.
I'm always watching. I'm not up there with you, and I don't see you all the time, but I'm watching, bro. And if anybody wants to donate to Just Us Sports, you can send it to his Cash App. That's gonna be the money sign JUST USSPORTS 44. Any little bit can help. He's helping these children, and he's doing it all on his own out here with the help of other peers in his community. So shout out Just Us Sports, and shout out Angelo Martinez.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Angelo Martinez.
Big shout out to you, and
condolences also
for your loss.
Much condolences.
Henny, thank you so much for sharing him and his story, also his Cash App. Help him out. He
got a video too, like they did a documentary on him a few years ago. So
wow.
My guy.
Love to see it, man. Love to see good people doing good things in the community, man. So big shout out to you, Angelo. And today's jewel of the day, short and it's sweet. A quote from Aristotle: "Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet." End quote. It might take a little longer to accomplish what you're after, but trust me, it'll all be worth it in the end. Short and sweet. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay blessed.
Yes, sir. Fire blazing.
Vote Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And Tim Walz and Free Palestine.
Hey.
Peace.
Confringo.
I am vengeance. And I am a mango seed.
Man,
You be making up words.
That's how
She
you
over there throwing out shells.